created in 1996, October, I think, the same date that Ebonyi was created. When you look at you compare the development in these two states, you will see a wide gap between Ebonyi and Ekiti State in terms of infrastructure development and human capital development. So this has been my worry for a very long time. When we were under Ondo State, we thought other tribes within that old Ondo State were Ekiti problems. But we've been having self-rule for over 26 years. And within that space of time, Ekiti, that happens to be the state capital, is still nothing but a glorified town. So things that define a city is still missing. And as a son of the state who wants a change like we've experienced in places like the present Ondo State, Osun State, Oyo State, Ogun State, and Lagos State, to also happen here.
Now, when exactly did you say Ekiti State was created?
October 1, 1996, by Abacha.
That should be how many years now?
Almost 29 years.
29 years. Yes, precisely.
So but we have self-rule from 1999 to date, which is 26 years ago. So in that space of time, there is nothing of value that we can point to that this is what those that have come and governed us have given to the state.
So you said Ekiti was created alongside
Ebonyi, yes.
On the same day?
On the same day.
How much would you say Ebonyi has moved beyond Ekiti?
You see, that is an interesting story. I was there once at their state capital. And what I see in terms of road network is superb. But in that period of time, Ekiti State government do not have a single dual carriageway built by the state. No single one. Ekiti State government do not have a single stadium since the creation of this state.
But there is a stadium.
That stadium has been there. I have other friends who are in their late 70s who witnessed the creation of that place when they were babies. So it was part of the inheritance Ekiti had from Old Ondo State.
You mean that state, the present stadium was created before the establishment of the state?
Yes, it has been there in the 60s, not even in the 70s. So, in terms of road network, although that is still the state capital, is still suffering badly from road network. There is no viable road network in Ado, that is the capital. So when you get out of Ado, all other places are nothing but villages. There is no sign of development of any kind. So it's an embarrassment.
The stadium has been renovated over time by successive governments in the state, trying to make it a standard, to come to the standard that is acceptable. Yes,
that has been the case. Not only the stadium, even the intra-roads. What we've witnessed since 1999 has been a kind of palliative thing, a cosmetic approach to infrastructure development. I will give you an example. Igede to Aramoko, I witnessed when JKF, during its government, when that road was repaired. But I can tell you, you can't travel conveniently with a truck or a jeep on that route to Aramoko. Ditto Aramoko to Efon. Okay, Ila, this housing road has witnessed a yearly repair since JKF time. When Bao came, that place has also been repaired. But all these things are palliative. Go to that road now, you'll be surprised the kind of pothole that dotted that road. But I was in Owo last year, mid last year. That was where I attended my institution, Ondo State Polytechnic there. But when I got there last year, I saw the road network within that town, and it's in all standard. It's of better quality, it is better planned, and mostly dual carriageway, built by the state government under late Oluwadotimi Akeredolu. The road network in Akure that is far larger than Ado, the Ekiti State capital, is super. They don't have a single overhead bridge. And the traffic that you witness in Akure, you can't have it in Ekiti. So all these things, when you add all these things together, a honest and a person of value will be pissed off with what is going on in Ekiti.
When we talk about the road repair constantly, does that not speak of the quality of construction in the first instance? Because we see across the states that roads get bad quickly. Within a year, you start to see cracks and all that. Are we not supposed to address the process of the construction itself?
Yeah, that is where corruption comes in. You know, we read on the newspaper and in government report, billions of naira being spent on all these roads. I don't know the kind of evil marriage between FEMA and the Ekiti State government, because most of these roads that are federal government roads are being managed by FEMA. This is the same FEMA in other states, building, constructing solid quality roads. But the case of Ekiti, it has become a ritual. Federal road has to be repaired every year. So, if there is no evil marriage between the FEMA official in Ekiti and the government of Ekiti, it is difficult to have such yearly repair. So something is wrong. This, I said earlier that this Igede Aramoko road that has become unpassable was repaired under JKF more than 2 times.
By the state government?
By the state, by the FEMA, supervised by the state government. Okay, let's look at Ado Iboroko Ifaki Road. I want you to go and look at the quality of that road. I can tell you in the space of a year after now, that road will witness repair because the quality is poor.
The present construction
going on between Ado, Iworoko, Ifaki Road. You can travel along that road. You will see your vehicle galloping on a new constructed road. So that tells the level of the quality of that road. In Lagos, where I spent most of my youth period, there are roads that will take 10, 15 years to repair, which are state roads. Except outside that, in Ondo State, there are a lot of federal government roads, but I can tell you they don't witness yearly repair that we experience in Ekiti here. And these federal roads are also being managed by federal officials. So what is happening in Ekiti? That all entry points to Ekiti are not passable. Why? What is happening? And these are federal government roads.
Now, can you actually tell us what roads in Ekiti State today are federal roads?
Adebayo Exu Road. This is a federal government road. The one built by the new Enyi Road, built by JKF, is federal government road. Ajilosun is a federal government road. So where are other roads in Ekiti?
Which of them are really bad?
Recently the Adebayo Road was laid again.
By the federal government?
By the state government. The state government will be repaid. And by extension, it to Wodoko and Ifaki.
Okay.
That is one. But when you look at the quality of that road along this station hospital to this bridge before BSCS office,
okay,
compare that quality to what you have from that bridge onward to Ifaki. And it is the same federal government road. Now, the one built by JKF, the new Enyi Road, it's about 5 minutes drive to Enyi. That is another federal government road that is still passable.
What would you say about the construction quality of that?
It's better than what we have in Wodoko Ifaki Road. It's wider and the quality is superior.
Under JKF?
Under JKF. So these are the issues.
So the other ones, you're talking about the other roads?
Ajilosun Ikere Akure Road, when you pass through that road, you will see potholes dotted both sides of that dual carriageway. Yeah, the last work done on that road, I think it was Doni Fayoshe that rebuilt the Ikere axis.
So that road is still bad?
The road is bad. That is what I'm saying.
Then Ado to Aramoko.
Igede.
Yes.
To Aramoko.
Yes.
It's not possible.
Okay.
Aramoko to Efon. It's not possible. I traveled to Lagos recently. I had to go through Ilawe, Efon. Then I busted out along Akure Ilesha Road. So where I'm supposed to have maybe use 5 liters of fuel, I ended up using 50 liters of fuel.
Because you had to go through a longer route.
A longer route. And not only that, the time involved. So the only road we've had in Ekiti since I came of age was this Igede, Aramoko, to Efon, to Ilesha. You understand? When I grew up to know that road the way it is up to now.
It was a major road.
It was a major road, but there is no serious or major work on it. The size has remained the same. There is no presence of modernity or a touch of a city government on that road.
From one
in terms of expansion, in terms of dualizing the road. The one that JKF did from Ado to Enyi, when we were government, he said it will, the first phase we had in Aramoko. But to God be the glory, it stopped at Igede. And this is the 3rd year of the incumbent governor who promised to continue with the ongoing project of his predecessor. But the road stops at Enyi.
What about the Ado Ilawe Road?
Ado, I said what we've witnessed over time is nothing but palliative. And palliative doesn't cure the problem or solve the problem. It gives a short-time relief.
Is it a state government road or federal government road?
I think it should be a federal government road, but to some level, the state government has been present on that road. But if you are giving us a road, it has to be a quality one that is comparable to any road in the southwest.
We understand some of these roads have been awarded. For example, Ado towards Ijan. We see a construction going on. We understand that Ado to Akure has also been awarded.
If there's one road that is important to our people, it is this Akure, Itaogbolu, Iju, Ikere, Ado Ekiti road. Because Awa Ati Ekiti, Koniwa, we have become one. A lot of our people live in Akure but work in Ado Ekiti. A lot of people are from Ekiti but live here.
This is a historic moment for the people of both Ondo and Ekiti States. As the completion of this road will definitely put an end to decades of agonies and sufferings because of the terrible state of the road.
I'm not happy with the work, the two sections. I've called the COPEC doing the Ekiti side. The governor is also not pleased with the level of work.
You see, I was fortunate to sit with one of the people in power. And I think through his influence, that was last year, Ado Ijon Road will be attended to this year, but we are in April. And up to now, there is no tangible work going on that road. But my worry is this. If you are familiar with Ondo State, can you point to any road that is federal government road that is as bad as this Ado Ijon road? Anywhere? You understand? So something is missing. This is 22nd century, for God's sake. So it all boils down on the capability, the exposure, the charisma, the know-how of Mr. Governor. You know, not only in politics, the world is coming together as one entity. They rely and depend on one another for strength. So how is Ondo State doing is their own road that they have fairly okay roads than we have in Ekiti. I traveled through that Ado Ijon road to Ondo State, Ikare, recently. I think they've started work at the tail end of Ekiti axis. Work is ongoing there as I speak, but not at the speed we think it should be. The Ikare axis, the Ondo State axis of that road is far better than what we have within the Ekiti State axis along that road. So if Ondo State could manage to get all their federal road passable, what happened to us? So that is where leadership comes in. How credible, how capable, how diligent is Mr. Governor in handling the duties of his office?
That's Mr. Biodun Abayomi.
That is the issue.
We are aware that he has made a number of trips to Abuja to speak to federal government representatives in the works department and perhaps other areas. We acknowledge that.
You see, it is not the work he does that matters. It is the result. If you hire a servant and is busy dilly-dally, telling you he's doing this, he's doing that, and you can't see any result from his effort, will you applaud or reward such a servant? So I don't care how many trips he has made to Abuja. What I care about is the result. What do we have in Ekiti after it's closing its third year by October? What do we have in Ekiti? That is what matters. Nobody celebrates effort or attempt. People celebrate victory. People celebrate success. So that is what people focus on, not the effort he has put into it. It doesn't matter.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you. We appreciate you, Governor. Thank you. Adúgbò lọ́wọ́ gómìnà wa nítorí pé ó ṣèlérí ó dẹ̀ mú jẹ. Ọ̀nà wa ẹ̀ ti fún wa ní ìṣòro tẹ́lẹ̀ fẹ̀ wọ́n ní lọ́ńtà ìjùmọ̀ adúgbò ẹ̀sìn Ọlọ́run ti dá wa lóhùn. Ó ń bá wa ṣe. A lè dúpẹ́ lórúkọ Jésù ó bá ṣàṣeyọrí.
Ọpẹ́ kàti ní gómìnà yìí jẹ́ nọ́mbà 1. Nọ́mbà 1 ó jẹ́ pé ó ṣiṣẹ́ ní takuntakun, ó ṣiṣẹ́ pàtàkì sí àdúgbò Ṣídé, ó rántí wa oríṣiríṣi gómìnà ló ti ń jẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n tí ẹ yàtọ̀, ó ṣiṣẹ́ ní pérépé a lè gbàgbé ẹ̀.
Báwo ṣe fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ o? Kí ṣàdúrà ewu, kí ṣàdúrà fún báwo, kí ṣàdúrà fún báwo, kí ṣàdúrà fún báwo, kí ṣàdúrà fún báwo. Ìṣàkóso ọ̀nà ìlàjẹ́. Báwo ló rántí ọ̀nà ìlú, ló rántí ọ̀nà.
What are your expectations, Elder Kayode Oso Adeola?
My expectation is huge. By the grace of God, I left Ekiti in 1984 when I was 17. And I've been living in Lagos ever since. I knew how Lagos State looked like pre-1999. It was when Marwa came that he did a little of road construction. The road network within Lagos State was terribly bad pre-1999. Aside that, there were different kind of deaths on the street of Lagos. Oshodi, when you want to pass through Oshodi, you have to cover your nose because of heap of waste on the road. So Lagos State was a kind of glorified city pre-1999. But when you look at the extent of growth in Lagos State today, you will wonder if the people in government there were agents. This is all of these things happened between 1999 and now. Oshodi, when you get to Oshodi now, outside the color of the people, you will think you are in the street in Europe. Ditto every other corners in Lagos State. The road network in Lagos is far large than what you have in the whole Ekiti State. But with the size of that road network and the business of the road, Lagos State is successfully maintaining those roads. They are mostly passable. You can't have all these challenges we have on our roads that are smaller, that are less busy in Lagos State. So maybe, as I said earlier, the challenge, the problem is still about leadership. I doubt if the present government knows the priority of Ekiti State people. Because if it does, it will take care of the basic things that we need. So my expectation is to see Ekiti that can rival any state in the West. And that will not come by accident. It will come by a credible person who has the knowledge, the exposure, the experience, who has done it in private capacity to replicate that in Ekiti State. So that is my expectation.
People of the Fountain.